Taylor likes GTA 4? That's awesome. Taylor's cool. I'll give her a copy of GTA 4. Fuck it. 1972, Xbox 360. Who gives a fuck? It's cool. It's cool seeing Jimmy sit down and play Halo 3. I don't care. I think it's funny. He passed the Halo test. You know what Xbox means. He passed the test. That's why he's still here. Because he sat down and played Halo.
Hello, and welcome to the Hobo Joe Show. Currently, we're doing the continuation of recaps for what's happened last 24 hours in Fish Tank Season 2. It is day 14 in the tank, 12:10 a.m. Currently, for us, it is, well, for most of us, December 30th. So we're covering what's happened the last 24 hours of the tank since last time we went live. We're probably not live on Twitter. I should be multi-streaming, but I'm probably not on Twitter right now. Account was locked for making fun of Nifty. I am the most censored fish tank Twitter account. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I have been locked for making fun of Nifty. So, fun fact. So, a little bit's happened since we were last live. Hell yeah, man. There's a bit happening right now, so it's kind of distracting. So I guess I'll kind of talk about what happened first. So essentially, the fish, the last 24 hours have been prepping for Elimination Day. Elimination Day is going to consist of some sort of stand-up comedy routine challenge, 10 minutes apiece for each fish contestant for tomorrow. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and there's a couple of things that are going to happen tomorrow. So far, we should have the bathroom cams going live tomorrow. The fish were told they have to pay rent tomorrow. Then they have their stand-up comedy challenge and an elimination tomorrow. Kind of like a culmination of a couple things. I also, I think we all have speculation to believe that maybe there might be more happening with the attic, but something did happen with the attic today, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So for the majority of the morning, the fish, and the day, evening, fish have been prepping for their comedy bits. And they have been, like TJ and Shinji had practiced their comedy routines with each other. And which I don't think is very productive, since like if you're contestants, so why would you practice what you're going to do, which could end up eliminating you with your enemy essentially. That was a good chunk of the day. It seems lately the mornings are still quiet. Jet wanted the fish to wake up early, coffee, read the news, get some news in them. And it just seems like their show has been more geared towards the evening hours for when people are getting off work, something along those lines. After practicing comedy, Sam showed up and they did promo videos. They had 15 minutes to prepare for a WWE wrestling style call-out promo video. And Jet put it out on the Fish Tank official Twitter account. Everybody's 1 minute promo video that they did. It was also a challenge for actual cash prize. Sam had a whole brick of cash. And essentially what it was 2 20s on one side and then $1,000 in between in ones. So it made it look like a really big stack of money, a huge brick of money, but it was just only $40. And TJ had the best WWE style call out. He called out Shinji in his. A lot of the fish wanted to call out Jimmy, and Sam said that's too many people. It's kind of stupid to just keep calling out the same guy. It's just dumb. So they had to get a little bit more creative with that. TJ did end up winning that challenge though. After that, the fish think they played Spin the Bottle. They did some other kind of baloney filler time. But TJ was pulled to the attic with Sam. He had a special sit down with Sam in the attic and kind of revealed what the attic is, or at least a little bit more information for us in the attic. Normally, I would pull up some bookmarks and talk a little bit more, but I can't do that. I can't add, with my locked Twitter account, I can't add more bookmarks for another hour. I don't want to go live in another hour. I wanted to go live now, so we won't be doing that tonight, fortunately. But that's okay. Maybe we'll retouch on it tomorrow if it needs to be. But essentially, Sam put out a tweet explaining a couple of things. There are a lot of conspiracies. I would say conspiracy, more like schizophrenic rambling posts, images floating around on Twitter, piecing together what's happening with the attic and the show in general. There's a lot of people are thinking there's a lot of satanic undertones, occultism with the show, the props, everything that's going on, a lot of symbology, Masonic symbology, and he wanted to clear the air on that. Historically, Sam has not. He's said he's religious. It doesn't specify what of religion. Sounds, we could speculate he's Christian in some type of way, but he does not mess around with the satanic stuff, from what he says. Essentially, the attic was just a symbol a vague symbol that he had hired somebody to create, and he also had people create the vibe of a 70s kind of cult vibe, but spooky, but nothing satanic. So that's kind of why there's some things, but most of it's coincidence. The number 14 on somebody's shirt, etc., are just coincidences. His red shoes, he says it has nothing to do with like the Epstein stuff. It has more to do with he wanted to look like Curious George, is his words, and that's what the costume designer did. Now the symbol, though, when he revealed that on Twitter, eventually he pulled TJ up into the attic and he said a little bit more in detail. I do have.
Zip is coming to a theater near you. Towards the end of the show, we're gonna be dropping it. So
Now he explained, and I'll move the. I really don't want to leave off this scene right now because I'm also recording in the background. I want to record this, but for the sake of the stream, I will. Awesome, man. There's a whole watch list. I think so right now, with this account, with this YouTube channel, the majority of it is fish tank MDE clips, and it's very fish tank focused. However, like with season 1, I will be filling in the time in between to the next season of fish tank with whatever I can, including some original stuff that I've done, like the original Hobo Joe show. I did season 1, which was conspiracy themed, every Sunday for a couple weeks. I did that, so maybe we will figure out some sort of, I don't know, Discord watch party or something. We'll figure something out and watch all these movies that you guys have been suggesting, and specifically Gaius Caligula has been suggesting. So we'll touch back on that. But let's move back to the attic here. So Sam was talking about the symbol here, and he was explaining to TJ what there was meaning behind the symbol. Now, who knows if this was actually planned or if after today he kind of was forced to come up with an idea on what the symbol means. But he told the artist on Twitter that what he revealed on Twitter, that he wanted the symbol to have 2 arrows, and he was saying that the arrow on the left today represents hate and death, and the arrow on the right represents love and life. And he had actually at one moment had TJ move to the hate and death side because TJ was being very indecisive and thinking of negative about himself. He also said that this symbol is for something called the Initiative Group, and I actually did you can do a quick Google of the Initiative Group. One of the first things that pops up is there's actually a company called the Initiative Group, and they do a lot of marketing and advertising for celebrities. So I think this is more of like something that they probably pulled out of their hat at an actual undertone, the celebrities and this whole Illuminati Masonic stuff, and they kind of pinned it onto that. But I don't think that's. I mean, I think they're just calling it that. I don't think it's really specific. Has anything to do with the real initiative group. I'll take a second to look at the chat real quick. Yeah, I definitely think that like cockroaches or something like that would be funny in the house. Season 1, I was trying to forget where I was suggest, but I put it out. I think it was Big Flame. He put out an email for suggestions for fish tank, for like things for them to do to screw with the fishes. And I sent a huge email. One of the things I suggested was releasing, like from PetSmart, you can buy crickets, like I think it's like 10 cents a piece. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. Just releasing crickets into the house, because it's not like a cockroach. Crickets, it's just annoying and it's there. And eventually crickets die really easy if they don't have water and things like that. So it's not like they'd be in the house that long, and it would be a short nuisance, and it would be really funny to get thousands of them in the house. But later on, they said that bugs were probably no. They were afraid of, I think, like lawsuits, and then also they were renting the house, so they didn't want to have any sort of infestation or something, is what they were saying. Look up Peep Show Snake Room. They should do that. That's what Gaius is saying. Google that. So Nanja Ninja says fish tank is insane and hilarious, just more of a slow burn. I definitely feel like it is insane and hilarious. It's a total CIA op, crazy, MK Ultra, and hilarious. I want to see what Jed's saying.
I'm gonna go back downstairs. Need to check on everything.
We have created a coronavirus. Oh, we know tell rest of world. Oh, we see you more red.
Doesn't sound like anything important. Yeah, I was saying that Fish Tank is season 1, season 2 have been a slow burn at first. Wow. But I think like specifically yesterday, like everybody was upset about Cole leaving. People were upset about Summer leaving, but it has definitely picked up in pace and speed. There's been a lot going on in the evening times now, yesterday and today. Not so much today, but specifically yesterday was big. Making fun of Nifty and all that stuff. That's hilarious. I like to make fun of Nifty, and she deserves a jumbo jet to smash into her head. Play says, "What's up, chicken nuggets? What is up?" Yeah, they are bringing bathroom cam. Sure. Summer was nuts, and to speak about Summer, maybe I'll make a video or something to include it. But there's 40 minutes. There has been 40-minute leaked. Actually, I do want to talk about this. There's been a 40-minute leak of Jet Neptune's voicemail from Summer. Recently, it came out I think last night, and it's 40 minutes of her just leaving voicemails on Jet Neptune's phone. And so a lot of people have said, well, this seems like a difficult task for somebody to hack or leak this in some type of way. And in my opinion, I think that this was done intentionally. There have been some rumors floating around on social media that Summer tweeted and deleted a rape allegation, and that there was footage of Jimmy taking Summer to the bathroom, etc. And I think a lot of times with Fish Tank, they want to avoid any legal issues. It's a big mess for Sam and the cast. And anybody legal issues is always a problem. So I think it may have, in my opinion, been leaked on purpose by Jet Neptune himself to kind of clear the air with that. Now, the first couple minutes of the leaked audio, first couple voicemails, Summer is apologizing for what she said. Quote, what she said is what she was saying. So whatever, she didn't say specifically what, but I'm assuming it is the deleted tweet that has been circulating on Twitter. So she was apologizing for that. She didn't mean it. Psychotic or whatever. She's leaving these voicemails, presumably from inside of a mental hospital. She keeps referring that she's inside of a hospital, and they bleep out the name of the hospital she's saying. So that clears the air for the show, and then the next 38 minutes, 40 minutes of recording after that are her just going into insane call after call rambling of how she's not crazy, she loves everybody, and she wants to come back on the show as a freeloader, and just sounding totally cuckoo bonkers wonkers. And that's just, I think that it was done on purpose for that specific reason. Guys, I think Shinji will win as well. I was actually talking to my family who watches this, and I was saying Shinji should win this challenge because, I mean, he's not Chinese, but he's Japanese. But I think just the natural overall look, he's got it down by a T. Yeah, she's definitely not chemically balanced well. Ichiro. Black Tiger says crickets would not go away if you put hundreds in the house. You'd need to bug bomb, legit bug bomb the whole house. And I have crickets to feed my animals, and I catch them around the house here and there. I as well have a veiled chameleon that eats crickets, and I would not recommend chameleons in any type of pet at all for anybody. But aside from that, the crickets that we get from like PetSmart, they don't. I mean, we provide them food and water, but it just seems very difficult to keep them. Every couple days, I have to go back and get more crickets. I mean, maybe because it's a large quantity of crickets, they are able to reproduce easier. But either way, I would think it would be hilarious to have some sort of creature skittering around. And in fact, yesterday on the ceiling, when Nifty was doing her comedy bit, there was a centipede, a large centipede, Trisha was saying, crawling on the ceiling. And then eventually the fish lost track of the centipede, so it's somewhere, hopefully somewhere in the house, laying eggs in their brain. I think anoles are, I don't know how to pronounce it, green anoles, cannoli. I think those are a lot more friendly and nicer as a pet, but a chameleon definitely gives me the like reptilian overlord Illuminati vibe. It's very heartless. All it cares about is food, and it's nitpicky about its habitat it's living in. And all I do is I every time I look at it, I think about politicians. So yeah, that contestant there, Gaius is asking if he's acidic in any type of way. He actually said he took a DNA test saying that he is, I don't know, 20% Ashkenazi or something. And Scott Sullivan today came over to do some kickboxing in the house and brought Brian that hat. I had a neighbor that owned a bearded dragon. They seem pretty cool. I think they're gonna put a poll up for who won.
You are the man.
Fuck you, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
I thought you did the best, Brian.
Yeah.
You did very good.
I live next to multiple Chinese people.
What? Sorry.
Fuck yeah, we love them ching chong ass niggas. Tiananmen Square, check it out.
What's Tiananmen Square?
Yeah.
What's Tiananmen Square? What is that? Huh? I don't know.
Never happened.
Never happened.
I got a new vape.
Fuck yeah.
Hooray! Oh, TJ, I said,
What tough flavor?
What?
I said I use WeChat.
Hit it
And that's
first, I gotta use
like
the
their
bathroom.
banking
Thank you.
app, their card app.
I don't know if I
their
missed
ID,
something, but
their
it seems
social
like,
media, their phone. Yeah.
Well, Gaius is saying, who's the girl with the broom? That would be Tay Lee.
You get honey pot?
I don't know if I missed something today, but it seems like Jimmy's restraining order, fake restraining order that he signed yesterday after getting into Taylor's face, it seems like it has slowly faded away because there's been a couple things that they've done where Jimmy's been more interactive and involved near the women of the house. Like, I think Vance tasked, I don't know his name, the black guy, I think it's like DeMarcus or something, Dante. He tasked him to teach comedy for an hour, and they ended up doing some sort of cafe skit bit. And Jimmy said he would be a crazy homeless person outside of the cafe, and then eventually Tay Lee, the owner of the bar or whatever, in the skit that they were doing, brought him inside, and they did a little funny bit, and so it just seems like they're becoming more friendly with him. Maybe they're forgetting about the restraining order. And I originally was thinking that maybe Jimmy was one of the actors, but I think that Jimmy is just the weird guy, you know? Reddit Jimmy. He hangs out with the hoarder people, with the dilapidated house, has weird boxes of treasures. Oh, speaking of actors, something else also happened today. So after TJ was upstairs with Sam in the attic, and Sam was revealing some of the things, Sam also told TJ that Brian is an actor, and that there are more actors in the house. And this completely mind-fucked TJ. He was left, it seemed like out of the movie, what is that Jim Carrey movie basing? I said it earlier today.
Additionally, you get 500 tomorrow. Thanks, close.
Oh boy.
Who's ready for the new year? 1973.
Yeah.
I did a lot this year. Yeah. Yeah, man. 1972 has been good. Okay. We're gonna have New Year's celebration.
The Truman Show. I had to Google it. So, yeah. So after being revealed this information to TJ about an actor, Brian being an actor, and there's more actors in the house that can't be revealed yet, TJ seemed stupefied, just dumbfounded, lost for words, super confused. You could tell the gears were turning, and his brain was just overheating on fire. And it seemed like something out of the Truman Show, that movie with Jim Carrey. And it was actually pretty funny, but it's just that was nuts to see, like, live firsthand, like watching him get this information to divulge to him. And this wasn't something it wasn't like this in season 1. This is special and unique to season 2 that they're doing some sort of plot. So even though the show is live and not scripted, there is some sort of underlying plot, I believe, that is driving the show in a direction, even though it is live. And then after that information was revealed, Sam then brought Brian into the attic and was speculating other strategies for Brian to do. So it kind of gave off the vibe that Brian probably isn't an actor, but he's kind of painting that image to mindfuck TJ. Now TJ's kind of walking around the house after that, seeming like his whole world has changed.
On the floor by the attic door.
How did you leave?
I don't know what that even means. I hope that means thank you. I could
Youngblood says, I don't think anything that Judge tells him in the attic is reliable. And I would agree with you. I think it's to help the drive or the direction of the show to produce content. And it's funny. Maybe there's not any actors, or maybe they're all actors. But I don't think that most of that information is reliable that's said upstairs in the attic or the show in general. Fish tank.
we're done being Chinese now.
I hate Chinese people so much. I don't know how to mimic
You
them.
want $500, right? You want $500.
I was like, what, 50 chips? Actually, don't tell us that. Yeah.
Either way, no, she's a rich man.
Me chips and emails.
But they said she
Fucking
won.
like 2,000.
She won though, cause they, yeah, for sure. I don't think the bank is closed.
I hope it's not 2,000.
I like to hear. I hate when the bank's closed.
You should turn to the camera.
I definitely think that there's a possibility that the symbol upstairs means nothing. On Twitter, Sam was saying that, said this earlier, but he was saying it meant nothing. He wanted a symbol with 2 arrows. But I do think there are synchronicities still outside of the show. Obviously, in life in general, there are synchronicities. I pulled up some Jungian archetypes that somebody had put in a circle that looked similar to that symbol showing in the maybe 2 live streams ago, talking about that. So and I think that it has I was relating it to something that had something to do with Jungian archetypes and the development of characters and plot lines and stories. You have the hero's journey and all that. So even though Sam revealed that it means nothing and that we're all grasping at straws, I still think that there's some sort of synchronicity with having some sort of developmental plot towards the overall arc of the show. James Guy says hi. Says, am I blocked? You are not. Welcome to the show. Not Moses. Welcome to the show. Wish I had a wacky story for you guys. I guess the real wacky story is the fall of Rome.
In exchange for some of the black chips, so he can ensure he stays here.
You don't have to do me favors later. I'll just cover it. Don't worry about it.
I think that's gonna not work.
I think James Guy, I think that I was saying earlier in the show, this episode, that Sam had said that he's not satanic type of guy. If you watch any of his live streams, he'll block people with 666 in their name. He won't even read their comments. He doesn't mess around with any of that. He obviously believes in God, and so he doesn't mess with that at all. I think earlier today as well, he want Shinji in the show was going to do a call out to TJ and make fun of Jesus in some type of way. He told TJ not to do anything like that. So I think that, but he did say on Twitter, Sam did say that they wanted the theme of the house to be a 70s cult spooky vibe. It's just a coincidence that it's kind of extra culty. Something I want to point out, I hate Nifty. Filthy and disgusting, and she shouldn't be in this show, but you see her pillow here? This is the pillow she's been laying on. It is leaving this disgusting grease film that you can see. That's horrible. We're past the 30-minute mark, and I've talked about all the updates that I could remember for the last 24 hours since we last went live. These, I like to reiterate that these are meant to be short updates. I don't want to stay on too long. If you want to watch the show, you can go to fishtank.live. And I want to thank Gaius Caligula for donating. Thank you so much, brother. And thank all of you, every single one of you that is watching, and the people that will watch later. I really appreciate it, each and every single one of you. Thank you all so much. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone. God bless.
Production left this gray one down here, so.
He's fresh.